Ollie. Well back today. How much did you enjoy yourself out there today? It's been a little while since you've had a knock like that to celebrate.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I think it's my first test as well at my home ground, which was really a sort of special occasion for me. But no, I really enjoyed being back out there and sort of just trusting my game and trusting my sort of defence and just spending a good amount of time.
Yeah, we all know about your numbers here. It's pretty impressive record you've got there, and I think 7 of your first class centuries have come here. Did you think you were on for 8?
I would have loved it, to be honest. I think it's one of those you sort of dream about getting 100 with a packed house at your sort of home ground, but that's okay. Hopefully, I'll have some more opportunities in the future. But happy to contribute to sort of putting the side in a decent position.
And you've spent more time on that pitch than anyone else batting. What do you reckon? Does the scoreboard tell a true story, or do you reckon there's a few runs still out in that pitch, and it could get a bit different in the latter half of the game?
I think the pace of the game will probably change a little bit now. I think as we saw sort of this afternoon and this evening, I think it is a good pitch now. It's sort of with that softer ball, and the outfield's quickened up as well. So I think we might sort of see. We might have to toil a bit longer for our wickets, but I think if we can just hang in the right area as long as we can, I think hopefully we can get our rewards.
Hi, Ollie. Well played. There's obviously been a bit of talk about your stance. You seem to have moved back from sort of middle and off towards middle today. Is that right?
Yeah.
What was the sort of thought process in going back to that?
To be honest, I think I've probably watched the way Ruti's played this series and how he's gone about it, and I had some good conversations with coaches and some senior players, and I think I've recognised the Indian attack. They're a very skilled attack, and their main port of call is sort of to attack that knee roll. So I think it's obviously as a batter you've got you're going to get out somehow, and whether a team is trying to sort of challenge their outside, you're sort of fist stump that as much as you can, or if they're going to attack that knee roll as much as you can, you've got to recognise that and you've got to adapt your game accordingly. So that's what I've done. I probably decided a couple of weeks ago that's how I was going to go about my business, probably for this series for now.
And how hard is it to kind of ignore that amount of noise?
It's tough. I felt it was frustrating at times because I did my first shoulder. To be honest, I did my first shoulder injury, and I sort of moved across a little bit to middle and off stump, and everyone was like, "Wow, this is the greatest move." I had some good success for England and for Surrey batting there, and I think so. It was. And I did well batting there this season for Surrey as well. So I think you've got to listen to the people you trust and the people who know your game the best, and take their advice where you can. I think because there is a lot of noise as players, which is always going to come with playing for England. So it's trying to listen to the right people and the people you trust best, and work out what's best for you.
And just finally, you're on the pitch when Javo kind of came on. Was that quite a kind of, I don't know, weird or even a scary moment?
Yeah, Javo's made a few appearances this series. I don't know how he's got on the pitch again, to be honest. I just try and stay in my little bubble. Don't let it affect me. To be honest, yeah, just block it out.
Hi, Ollie. Well batted. Just staying on Javo briefly. Are the players sick of the sight of him? Because I know a lot of us in the press box are, and the reaction of the crowd today suggested the joke isn't funny anymore, if it ever was.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Yeah, I got a few laughs first time round. I haven't heard it. I've been on the pitch. I haven't heard much. We don't really talk about it, to be honest. It's not that. I guess it just stops the play for 5 minutes every time he comes on. So yeah, it's nothing really we gain from it.
And in that regard, does it affect your concentration, or do you have to sort of double down and reboot again, because these unscheduled interruptions in play can't be helpful if you're trying to build a potentially match-winning innings like yours?
Yeah, I think you just got to try and block it out. And look, as a batter, that's the art of batting is sort of switching on and off. I try and switch off a little bit between balls, but as soon as I'm there, my stance, whatever has happened before, whatever happens in between the balls, I just try and sort of get in a good place for that next ball and try and sort of be as present as I can. So yeah, I try avoid it. Obviously, it does disrupt you for 5 minutes or so, but yeah, just try and block it out.
You're only 23, but you've had ins and outs of this England Test team, ups and downs. You even kept wicket at one point. Can you just talk about the sort of journey that you've been up on until now, and how you're going to go about, really nailing down a spot in this team?
Yeah, it's been sort of a very stop-starty career. I guess I made my debut back probably nearly 4 years ago. I'm not sure, 2018 maybe. And I've been sort of in and out, and I've had some shoulder operations and that kind of thing. But I'd love to. It's been a learning curve, to be honest. It's not that my fitness has ever been bad, but it sort of reminds you to do everything possible to stay on the park. Firstly, because the last thing you want to do is give up your spot. And I think I've learned a lot over I think it's my 20th test. I've learned a lot how to deal with sort of the noise, the off the pitch kind of thing. I want to be as confident in my own game as I can. So I've had some great learnings over my career so far. Like I said, I'm only 23, but I've got some good experience now in the test arena. So hopefully I can build on today, and I think it's just the start of a good run that I can get on.
And Test matches, you've made 100, you've made some good scores. Do you feel like a real bona fide Test batsman, or somewhere where you'd like to get to feel really, really?
There's you at this level. I think obviously I would have loved to get another 100 today, but you see the hunger from the guys at the top, and they're never content with where they're at. You always want to. So I'm going to do everything in my power to sort of get right to the top of my game. Help this side win some games as well.